What's good, YouTube? It's your boy JusticeXFalls. We back at it again with another video. Today we are looking at Scars Above. So this is like a Souls-like action adventure shooter. It reminded me of Returnal. I saw a couple trailers of it before, and we're gonna look at a review for it right now. So that's all I gotta say for now. So without further ado, let's get to the video.
The first steps on Scars Above's mysterious planet were exciting and fear-inducing.
What was that creature?
Almost immediately, an encounter with its grotesque alien creatures turned out to be much more complicated than anticipated. Dying a couple of times before making any significant progress at all can give the impression of being at the beginning of a harsh and nerve-breaking journey that will ask the very best of you. But the initial thrill dissipated after an hour or so when the first few of a vast arsenal of weapons were unlocked. After that, most battles became trivial, and they remained that way until the very end.
Oh, so the guns is OP. Damn.
Kate, we have an issue.
Keep us posted.
Too much strength.
Scars Above's first moments are calm. You're introduced to your protagonist, Dr. Kate Ward, and the rest of the space scientific crew while they're investigating a strange object in Earth's orbit. Some silly chit-chat, puzzles, and exposition later, you get to barely know your team and craft your first device, a tool that will become like the standard assault rifle you find in most shooters, but with shock ammo. Then you'll hear an unnecessarily serious speech from your captain that's supposed to be inspiring, but ends up being cheesy due to its delivery and timing. The next thing you know, you wake up on an unknown planet with no idea about what happened or where everyone went.
What is this place?
Right after picking up an electric cutter, a basic melee weapon with an extremely boring attack pattern, the first enemy appears. This spider doesn't really...
You gotta start the game, you gotta get it out the mud. You gotta whack these enemies with that blade.
In any trouble unless it brings a lot of friends. However, when you grab that assault rifle and get back to the main road, you have to deal with mutated scorpions that usually hide underwater and spit poison at you. At this point, there's no way of curing yourself, so if you're hit, it's time to respawn at the checkpoint a few seconds later. You might have to repeat that a few times before you reach the next checkpoint.
No, you just suck at the game. It said press circle to dodge, and you weren't dodging. See, this is what I was talking about in one of my other videos. Like, these gaming journalists, they always blame the game and not their lack of skill. I understand that you review games for a living and, you know, you don't got time to be playing and dying over and over in these games, but, bro, like, the screen told you to dodge. You didn't dodge not one time. Of course, if you stand there and get hit, you're going to die faster.
That might feel unfair at first, but it might become the most important lesson you'll learn through the 9 hours and 6 chapters of Scars Above. Keep your distance from the enemies and everything they throw at you. Your melee weapon, the electric cutter, is a joke. Even with the charged attack that you can unlock, it will always leave you exposed. It's more efficient to just blow the aliens' heads off with a good headshot. Of course, sometimes keeping space between you will be challenging in a linear third-person shooter in which you'll face faster monsters and smaller spaces with nowhere to run as you move through the levels. But after the first couple of hours, you probably won't need any combat tips at all because you'll quickly craft new guns and gadgets and level up. Before long, you'll end up being so powerful that you'll find little to no resistance.
Okay, so it's like Pokemon. You have elemental attacks. I'm guessing that little light on their belly, let me see if I can get a good shot like this. The little light on their belly there,
tips at all,
it shows you what their element is, and then you can use an element against it. So I'm guessing this is like an ice or something like that, or water, one or the other. So you use the most effective element against it.
All because you'll quickly craft new guns. Little weapons in Scars Above are the typical guns you'll...
Science is power.
The weapons in Scars Above are the typical guns you'll expect from any type of shooter, but with an elemental twist. There's the aforementioned assault rifle with electric bullets, a gun you need to charge to shoot fire ammo, a grenade launcher that freezes enemies, and other variations. As you might imagine, you can chain attacks with these weapons and produce elemental reactions that will deal bonus damage to anything that comes near you, and you can also use the environment to your advantage. Fire and water bullets don't get on well, but shooting an enemy standing on water with your grenade launcher will freeze it faster. Some enemies will have a weak point that will tip you off to the element you want to shoot them with, and there are color-coded orbs around the levels that are effectively explosive barrels that deal elemental damage.
I'm up here with it. I was just saying that. Like, whatever color is on the belly, that's what you want to shoot it with, or yeah, that would be most effective.
This elemental system is a clever way of making you think about which is the best and most effective plan against what's in front of you and constantly change up your weapons to adapt. It can be interesting for a while until you realize that the system works a little too well. Most of the creatures in front of you can be squashed in mere seconds by exploiting any possible elemental combination, regardless of their strength or the situation. Instead of being one part of a larger plan, shooting an electric orb at the right time can completely exterminate all the threats around. If this wasn't enough of an advantage, Kate has the ability to craft a variety of gadgets, such as a barrier that protects her for a few hits, and a fire grenade that turns the floor into lava for way too many seconds, among many others. All of these use the same batteries as a resource, and they're crafted from another resource that's pretty much everywhere, or replenished by refilling your inventory at any checkpoint. This is way too convenient because it means you'll hardly run out of ammo, especially after you've increased your carrying capacity. Not even the bosses stand out as challenges, except perhaps for the first one that you meet while you're still creating your basic guns. That doesn't mean that these battles are completely uninspired. They do come with mechanics that will keep you changing ammo constantly and moving around big arenas. They are fun while they last, but the fact that some boss battles are repeated doesn't help their case.
Okay, yeah, I get it. Like, it's okay to repeat boss battles, but if you're gonna repeat it, make sure the first one was good, and then the second one, make sure you change something about it. Like, a lot of the talking points that he's criticizing the game for, I feel like other games do a lot better. Like, I was thinking in my head Elden Ring, because when you fight bosses over, they have like a different tint to them, different attack pattern. There's something different about them, and it's way more difficult to defeat them, even if you have an OP character. Like, if you just have a super OP character, like, you can still get like demolished in like one flurry of attacks. So this is, I guess he just saying, basically what he's saying is this game is just way too easy. So he's probably gonna give it a 6 or 7, probably. That's my guess, but we're gonna see.
What's so frustrating about all of these issues is that Scars Above has its moments of pure joy. Facing a new creature for the first time normally involves a moment of genuine surprise, and figuring out how to handle them is engaging. Even being an unstoppable killing machine can bring satisfaction when you feel rewarded by perfectly understanding the tools at your disposal, or just by feeling your own power. And some of the later areas have designs that are surprisingly scatological and repulsive, but in a good way, and they stand out when compared to the dull plains and boring swamps from the earlier stages. The building blocks for a more engaging game are here, but they're surrounded by elements that lack polish, depth, and any sense of challenge. Apart from fighting, you'll spend time analyzing resources, finding clues left in the environment, and solving some pretty basic symbol matching puzzles. There's an intention of bringing a scientific perspective, considering our protagonist's background. For example, when scanning unknown objects, we hear what Kate is thinking. She approaches how one creature's digestive system works with genuine amazement, wondering how its body evolved into that group of organs and functions.
The process seems to be aided by bioelectricity.
Detective mode.
The delivery of Aaron Yvette, Kate's voice actor, feels fresh and embodies a character more worried about discovering and understanding what's around her during these calmer moments. It's a shame that her face lacks any expression during most cutscenes, creating an unintentionally hilarious contradiction between what you hear and what you see. The objective of finding the rest of the crew is one of the main plot points, but it's weak and lacks any motivation due to the fact that you don't know anything about them. As a result, the intended emotional moments don't land, and some of the transitions between scenes are incredibly abrupt, killing the pacing and the tension that had been built. Something similar could be said about the plot as a whole. While Kate's motivations are clear and you always know why you're doing what you're doing, it can't be said that it's interesting or original at all. The world of Scars Above feels flat, with some cool alien designs here and there, but not much else that made me want to explore every corner or find all the available audio logs.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, this does look like a 2010 type game. Like, it's not like nothing pops out. Like, it looks kind of bland. I'm not gonna lie. That's not too much of a problem for me because it looks like the gameplay is fun, but he's talking about it's too easy. So, I mean, for games like this, I feel like that's an easy platinum trophy or full gamer score or full achievement score if you're on Steam or whatever. Make your exo phase profile look a little spiffier, up your points. Exo phase, that's where you connect all of your accounts to all of your games, and it tracks your gamer score and all that stuff. So if people want to say, "Nah, you're not a gamer," check out my exo phase, bitch, and then you can whip it out on them and show them like, I do game.
Far into the story, there are some cool ideas uncovered, but they're either abandoned or never pay out in any major way, and it's a disappointment to watch them fizzle out.
That's a shame. What about the end game?
Scars Above shows a lot of potential in its third-person shooting, fun elemental reactions, and a good number of creatures to experiment with. The thrill of setting out to discover a new alien world is short-lived, however, due to the weapons and gadgets in your arsenal quickly growing so powerful that nothing poses a threat. And while there are a few excellent environments to explore, everything within them, the characters, story, and universe,
6 or 7.
feel weak and underdeveloped, giving you few reasons to stop and smell the alien roses once you've blasted your way through. For more shooting your way through strange worlds, check out our reviews of Atomic Heart, Metroid Prime Remastered, and Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge. And for everything else, keep it right here on IGN.
I feel like despite how he talked about the game, like I feel like there was enough there for that he would give it a 6. But a 5? Damn. I mean, I feel like a 5 is a really bad game. Like, a 5 is a really bad game. It's broken, has a lot of bugs and stuff like that. And whatever's good about it is not enough to keep you playing to even finish it. You know? But I think a 6 is slightly above that, and I think that's what this game is. But we don't know. So we'll see. So this game came out today, I believe. No, it came out yesterday, the 28th. And you can get it on Steam for an introductory price of $39.99. It comes out up until March 7th, so that's up until next Tuesday. And it's also on other platforms, PlayStation, everything that's out right now except the Nintendo Switch. The PlayStation 5, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. So if you want to check that out, then go do it. I mean, it has a 6. Like I said, like I thought it was more of a 6 than a 5. The Steam community agrees with me. They rated it a 6, if you can see right here. But I don't know. We'll see. I think I'll being that it's only $40. I'll drop the $40, and if it's trash, then it's like, okay, I only spent $40. I drink and eat $40. Like, I spend money on alcohol and food for $40, you know. I buy, like, stuff for the house that's for $40. So, a game ain't nothing. I gamble $40 on for FanDuel, you know, for $40. So, that ain't that much. So, but y'all let me know what y'all think about this game. I thought they gave a Returnal vibe. Maybe you disagree. Maybe you agree. Let me know. So, you already know the vibes. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. This your boy, JusticeXFalls, and we out. 1.